Welcome to another episode of Reddit Wolf. Without further delay, let's jump into today's story. Surviving Infidelity. Posted by Strange and Unusual. Finally decided to actually leave. But how? So, I had a long post typed out and it wouldn't let me post, so here's the short version. Married 5 years, had some intimacy issues when I was working to keep us afloat, and we got a bit distanced. She stayed because she knew I was still in love with her, and we did everything else married couples do except for the intimacy was lacking. That was in 2018. Things in 2019 got better when I quit my job for one less time-consuming, and things really rarely went back to how they were. At around the 5 years this past December, I started sensing something was off. She was talking to another friend, a girl, and I was suspicious. And then she started unknowingly leaving breadcrumbs. I had red flags flying all around me constantly, but I only found out around the 7-month mark of the affair that it was physical. My heart broke. But I couldn't leave her, and she couldn't be honest, even though I told her I had proof. I had a camera, which she now found, and we were trying to move past the trust issues on both ends. We both agreed to start over and give each other the trust we would need to reconcile. Even though with my proof, she still wouldn't admit to the affair, only to doing and saying things she shouldn't have. So here I am grasping at the little hope I have left for our marriage. And a week later, 2 days ago, I found a burner phone stashed away under the coffee table in a place I wouldn't typically look in. So I'm off tomorrow and she works. I'm planning to leave while she's at work, so I have between 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. to get my stuff and get to my friend's house. She's going to help me with my stuff. I just don't know how to leave. Write a note? Saying what? Leaving the phone on top of my note? I'm leaving you? I know if I do this in person, she'll manipulate me to stay because she's been so loving and caring, basically love bombing me the entire time. And I love the person she pretends to be. She's also very bipolar, and I'm worried she might hurt herself. I will be going to her mum's to tell her mum to be prepared for whatever reaction might come of this. Thanks for reading. If anyone has any advice on how to get through this, update. I didn't block her, and she's definitely reacting in a way I was expecting, kicking and screaming, as if she had no part in this pain. Her mother doesn't want me to give up on my marriage, naturally. Says I didn't even try to move past things. I just saw the phone and assumed it was part of an affair, and I should have confronted wayward wife. My issue is I confronted my wayward wife more times than I can remember, and it still got lies. So, although it hurts not to drive back to the house and hold her for selfish reasons of hope for our marriage, I'm not going to. So, in the comments, Tursa78 says, don't do anything. Simply ghost her. Leave the burner phone on the table. That's simply enough words. Block her everywhere else. And Sin0289 says, this is what I was going to say. Leave the phone in the open will be enough. Then go no contract. ETA, OP might want to get the evidence off the phone to possibly help with divorce. Also, if the other person is married, then show the proof to their partners. The OP responded with, we have no assets, only her car that's paid off and mine that's financed. The house is in her parents' name. No kids, can leave cleanly. Her mum is rational and is the reason she has anything in life. I'm going to grab all my stuff, then drive over to her and explain everything. Not for any reason other than that to be there when her daughter inevitably goes off the deep end. I don't want to go to court for divorce. We have nothing, and I have plenty of proof of it should it get to that point. I let this go way too many times. And that sounds about it. I would say that this is one where you could just have a clean break and move on. Now for story number 2. Not sure how, nor if I should forgive her. written by Not a Raccoon 21. Me, 27M, and my girlfriend, 26F, have been together for 5 years. The relationship was always good. We were very much in love with each other, had a lot of fun, etc. We had our issues, of course, mostly in the past 2 years. She was kind of complaining that I was kind of taking her for granted, not putting enough effort into our relationship, not being romantic enough. It was not like the first months, years of our relationship anymore. That we had fallen into a routine and the spark was not the same. We had these talks every 3 to 4 months. I didn't look into it too seriously at first, as I thought it was normal in our relationship. But I decided to put in some extra effort at the end of 2021. Everything was going great until I noticed some changes in her behavior a few months ago. She was constantly on her phone, hiding what she was doing, changing the app as soon as I walked by, and stayed up on her phone super late. She changed her password multiple times, turning on all the extra security settings on her phone, and also changed her profile picture on social medias. She also removed the picture of us she had on the cover of her phone. She also felt more distant and disconnected from me. I twice asked her if something was up, but she said it was okay, that her best friend was struggling with her significant other, and they were staying up late texting. I told it felt like she's hiding stuff, but she insisted she was not. 2 days ago, we went on a vacation with a friend of mine and his wife. As I walked next to her, I saw she used Snapchat, which is very unusual for her, and led me to snoop her phone yesterday morning. Found out she was sexting a random dude outside the country who approached on some online forum where she was seeking advice for our relationship. This has been going on for at least 3 months. I confronted her, of course, and could read all the messages they sent each other. It really felt like how we started out with the extra sexting we never really had. She said she regrets it, but hasn't been very expressive about it. She also said she had planned to tell me after the vacation because she didn't want to ruin it, though I'm not sure I believe her. The guy also ghosted her 4 to 5 days ago, which might be why she regrets it. Her last message to him was, "Why are you doing this to me?" Trust in a partner is the most important thing to me, and she knows that. We had some time to talk more about it yesterday, but I have a hard time expressing my feelings. All I could tell her was how devastated I am, especially as I starting to figure out how I would propose to her, probably later this year. Meanwhile, I feel absolutely horrible, but can't really show it as I don't want to ruin the mood for everyone. I also talked to her best friend who knew about the affair. She didn't try to cover up for her, but we're both convinced that the guy's probably a manipulator who does the same shit with most of the lost girls. If that even matters. She is also suffering depression for the past 3.5 years, which we've been fighting together, and she was getting better last year. So that's it. I don't know if I can or even if I should forgive her. I don't know if she was weak and lost or if she meant all the things she said to him or both. She hurt me beyond what I thought was possible, and I don't see the same person that brought me the joy when I look at her. I see someone who hurt me, lied to me, and disrespected me. But in the same time, I loved her so much yesterday that I didn't think this whole thing could be gone like that, but that it might be because it's all very new. I just don't know where I am anymore. Any advice, any support would help. And now from the top comment by Chronok. First thing you need to do is to stop the pity party you are throwing for her. She wasn't weak, she wasn't lost, and it didn't happen because she met a guy that manipulated a lost girl. Your girlfriend started this affair when her depression got better and you took an effort to improve your relationship. She continued her affair when you voiced concern about what she did and even asked her if something was up. No, this affair didn't happen for any other reason but one. She wanted to cheat on you. I mean, she even deleted your picture from her phone screen. Not because she didn't want the guy to see your face. He was out of the country, nowhere near her. She only did that because she removed you more and more from her life and seeked the distance from you. Everything that happened because she wanted exactly that to happen, with the exception of the guy ghosting her. That guy she was truly in love with. She isn't sad because of you, and she doesn't feel remorse. She doesn't even regret what she did. She is sad because her lover ghosted her and regrets that you caught her. As soon as you get back, please put some distance between you and her so that you got time on your own to process what she did and to see her for the person who she is and not for the person you thought she was. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way. And we've reached the end of the episode. Thanks for listening. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.